Welcome back to Scotty's Movies, and later today, the FIFA Football World Cup starts for about next month. Now I'm a huge football fan, and I'm really looking forward to it. First England game I think is tomorrow, and I have actually got a day off, so yeah, I'll be watching that. But what I wanted to talk about was basically football movies, and I'm going to show you 10 football themed movies that you could probably watch during the World Cup if you want to change from the football. You know, if you've got some dull game going on, maybe you can sling one of these movies on. So yeah, I'll show you my top 10 now. Let's get started. Okay, so yeah, these are in no particular order. The first movie, I don't actually have a physical release of this movie, but I remember it being a pretty good one. It's been a long time since seen it, and it's Goal. Yeah, this was about a lad called Santiago, I think his name was. He lived in LA, and he's basically spotted by football scouts and brought to the UK, and he ends up basically playing for Newcastle United. But yeah, I vaguely remember this being a pretty good football movie. I know it's currently on Disney Plus, so you can actually watch it there. It's definitely worth checking out. They did spawn a couple of sequels. I don't remember if I've seen the sequels. I might have seen one of them. I can't remember much about them either. But yeah, Goal. It's plenty of football action. I think there's a few appearances in there of people like David Beckham and some of the footballers of the day. But yeah, that's Goal. That's my first pick. Next up is a movie from the 80s. This stars a guy called John Gordon Sinclair. I think this was from 1980, I think it is, or 1981, something like that. And it's Gregory's Girl. It basically stars it's this guy as Gregory, and his position in his local football team is sort of taken over by a girl called Dorothy, who's basically better footballer than him, and it's a kind of a bit of a sort of love story as well. But it's probably one of the earliest football films out there, and I remember it being pretty good. Good 80s movie. It's actually listed on Sky as being one of the 50 best British movies of all time. So yeah, can't go wrong there. But yeah, that one's Gregory's Girl. Next on the list is a movie from the Academy Award winning Nick Park of Wallace and Gromit fame. And this is Early Man. You're probably thinking, what's Early Man got to do with football? Well, yeah, basically in this film, there is like a football game. Last half hour from what I remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, and it's quite amusing. It's just a lot of fun, and I think there's the guy there that's taken off Jimmy Hill from like Match of the Day, or sort of, from what I remember, it's quite a fun film, and it is ultimately football related. Yeah, I picked this 4K up, got it 6 months ago, I think now, from CX for a few quid. So yeah, it's probably on streaming as well. But yeah, if you can check out Early Man. Next one on my list is a film starring Vinnie Jones, obviously ex-footballer. And this is a remake of an American film called The Longest Yard, starring Burt Reynolds, which was obviously about American football. And I've got this double pack here with The Longest Yard on, but it's basically Mean Machine. Yeah, this one also stars Danny Dyer, Jason Statham, and it's basically Vinnie Jones playing this guy called Danny, who gets locked up and ultimately goes on to sort of coach a prison team to take on the guards. Danny's like an ex-footballer as well, so yeah, so basically played himself in his own. Well, yeah, I rewatched this just the other day, and it's a really fun movie. It's been a long time. The actual football match is just brilliant, and yeah, highly recommend Mean Machine if you're not seen it. I don't know if it's on any kind of streaming, but I think I picked this up in a charity shop for a quid or something. But yeah, I remember The Longest Guard being good as well. They did remake that with Adam Sandler, and that one was actually quite good as well, to be fair. But yeah, football, Mean Machine, check it out. Next up, we've got a film from, I think it was from about 3 years ago, and this is the true story of Bert Troutman, starring David Cross and also John Henshaw, who I think was it Early Doors, comedy show from the UK, and it's The Keeper. Yeah, this was a fantastic film. Basically tells the story of Bert Troutman, Manchester City goalkeeper, who I think he broke his neck in an FA Cup final. I can't remember the year. I'm during the war or just after the war, and he basically broke his neck in the cup final and carried on playing. But this is a kind of basically his life sort of story. He's in like a POW camp. It says 1956 cup final it was. But yeah, if you've not seen The Keeper, I highly recommend it. It's a very, very good film, and I say football related. So yeah, worth checking out. Next up is a bit of football hooliganism. Got that word out there. There's been several films based on football hooligans. You've got like Green Street and Football Factory. But my favourite is a film from, I think it's 1995. It's on a double pack here, but it's ID. Yeah, I remember loving this film when I first saw it, and I still like it today. That's why I picked up the Blu-ray. Not so much the sequel, it's garbage, but yeah, stars Reece Dinsdale. I think is it Sean Pertwee? Sean Pertwee as well. Yeah, it's basically he starts as this copper that's investigating undercover like local football hooligans, and he just sort of basically ultimately takes it too far. But it's yeah, very, very good movie. ID. You don't really see it around anymore definitely not on the TV. But I do prefer this to like films like The Football Factory and Green Street. So yeah, that's ID. Next is a film that I think was one of the actresses' film debut, and that was Keira Knightley. And this, I've not seen this for a long time, probably seen it just once to be fair. But I know it is a good football movie, and it's Bend It Like Beckham. There's obviously got Keira Knightley there, and the other girl was called Parmina Nagra, if I said that right. But yeah, I remember this being a pretty good movie. Obviously again, football related. I don't remember a lot about it. It's been, like I say, it's been a long time since I've seen it, from 2002. So yeah, it is a highly regarded British film though. So yeah, that's Bend It Like Beckham. Another highly regarded British film starring Michael Sheen, and it's The Damned United. Now this is basically Michael Sheen playing Brian Clough, who was I remember him as a Nottingham Forest manager in the 80s. I remember him growing up, and he was quite a character. Well, this is obviously Michael Sheen playing him, and this is a story of when he was managing, who was he managing? Oh, Leeds United, I think it was, for 44 days in, I don't know what year it is. It doesn't say what year it was. But yeah, and he also stars Cole Meany, is it? I never said that guy's name. But he stars as Don Revy as well. Was it Leeds? I I can't remember. I think he's the is it either the Derby manager or the Leeds manager, and the other, and Don Revy's the other one. I can't, probably got mixed up there. But this is a very good film as well. I've only seen it once, but I do recommend checking it out. I need to give this a rewatch. Yeah, basically Brian Clough was just a legend in football and quite a character, and would have been interested to see if he ever got the England job, how things would have turned out. But yeah, that's that. The Damned United. Next up is a film from, is this what year was this? 1981. And it's Escape to Victory. This is basically says Victory on this. This is American DVD release, but this was Escape to Victory, and this is similar to Mean Machine in the way that it's set in a prison, and ultimately the film finished with a match of prisoners versus guards, and yeah, difference is it's set in war times, and the kind of the players, well, like the prisoners sort of forge as like an escape plan to escape during this football match, and it's a really good film. It's actually got Sylvester Stallone in it as the prisoner's goalkeeper. Also Michael Keane. Who's Michael Keane? Michael Caine. Sorry. And what was pretty cool about this as well, it had players of the day, sort of the late 70s, early 80s, actually in the film as well. Like you had like Pele, you had Bobby Moore, who else was there? Mike Summerby, who I know is a Man City fan. Ozzy Ardiles, who used to play Spurs, I think, in the 80s. But yeah, and they were like sort of playing as some of the players alongside like Sylvester Stallone and Michael Caine. But yeah, this is a really fun movie. I do want to pick up the HMV Premium of this, upgrade it onto Blu-ray at some point. But yeah, this is a really good movie. And the final film I want to talk about is actually a movie set during the World Cup as well, and it's Mike Bassett, England manager. Yeah, this is an hilarious film starring Ricky Tomlinson. Basically, they've exhausted everyone to be an England manager in the country, and the only guy left to step up to the job is Mike Bassett, as he played by Ricky Tomlinson, and yeah, he's let's just say he has his problems. He stars a lot of British actors. I think Bradley Walsh is in there. I think was his name Phil Jupiters? He used to be on a lot of these sort of panel shows. I think he's in there as like a reporter. I can't remember the others. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's a hilarious film. It actually spawned a TV series as well, which I've not seen for a long time either. But yeah, set during the World Cup. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, I highly recommend that one as well. And yeah, that's my 10 football movies that you should maybe try and watch during the World Cup. Comment down below what your favourite football movie is, and if it's one of these or if you've got another one. I did watch an American movie just the other week as well. It's called on Netflix, called She's the Man, which is about a bit similar to Beckham in the sense there was basically a girl playing football, but she was pretending to be a guy, and that was surprisingly actually quite a funny film. I did quite enjoy that one, but it's not making my list. But yeah, so comment down below what your favourite football movie is. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and ring the bell for more videos like this, and I'll see you next time. Come on, England!